fraud and losses are a billion business for organized crime in Germany, in German e-commerce. In my presentation, I will show you how MMS is building up resilience to tackle this challenge. And first, I will also show you the sunny side of e-commerce. I will show you more about the value contribution of out-of-home logistics. There is no experience champion without being delivery champion. This is our motto. So this slide is for logistics service providers and tech companies. It shows the development since the last years. So how to gain for millions of customers in Germany. Where do we come from? In the past, we had 2 to 3 days delivery time, which changed to a next day approach in the morning, or latest 10 p.m. But at MediaMarktSaturn, we've also established the 90-minute instant delivery with Uber in over 200 cities. So it's reality. What is it about? How did the customers' expectations change? So it's about choice, it's about speed, and it's about service reliability. And it's important that the customers get the right choice for different use cases for their need. So you have another use case when you are in home office and you want a home delivery, or on a Sunday, maybe you have to fly out to a vacation and you need something, so then maybe you need it instantly. Some facts about MediaMarktSaturn. We are Europeans #1 in electronic retail. We have over 1,000 stores in 11 countries and 23 billion turnover, and 5.7 billion is online. And we have 2 billion customer contacts. And we do this job with 50,000 colleagues. I already spoke about customer expectations. If you see these two pictures, what do you think? And when I see some people sitting here around, were you already alive when these photos were taken? I have some doubts. So what you see on the left, from today's perspective, really funny electronic articles, which we don't see anymore in the stores. And on the right-hand side, transportation, which tremendously changed. Imagine to transport a 100-inch TV in your own car, or a 150 kilogram side by side with a hanger. How many friends do you need to do that? And I tell you, it can cause damages and is a lot of work. Don't do that. Please order our home delivery. MediaMarktSaturn is an omnichannel powerhouse. I just want to add a story I just heard some minutes ago. I met someone who's a MediaMarktSaturn customer, and he said, "Hey, you have a concierge service." I said, "Yes." So you can go online and order an appointment in your MediaMarkt, or even have an online meeting with a MediaMarkt employee. Did you know that? Maybe not. Now you know it. Please try it out and let me know if you like it. But what do we furtherly offer? And what about omnichannel? For us, online and offline is closely interlinked, so it must be a seamless experience. And we want to bring this development to a new level, and we are working on a complete new delivery option for you, for our customers, and for ourselves. And I tell you something, I have the proof on video. Dieser Markt an unserer Unternehmenszentrale spielt eine besondere Rolle, weil hier probieren wir immer Innovationen aus.
Hier machen wir neue Themen für unsere Kunden und hier wollen wir halt immer ganz vorne mit dabei sein, was wir halt im Unternehmen später auch komplett ausrollen.
Das Geheimrezept von MediaMarktSaturn ist es, dass wir davon besessen sind, den Kunden zu begeistern, und wir wollen ihm ein optimales Einkaufserlebnis bieten. Für mich als Einkäufer von Transportlogistik ist es mir ein Anliegen, den Kunden immer wieder auch neue Lieferoptionen zu bieten.
Und da ist bei Flexbox ein guter Partner, um hier noch einen neuen Service mit zusätzlich anzubieten. Wir haben uns lange den Markt angeguckt, wie schaut es aus in der Logistik, wie gehen die Wege dahin und wer passt zu uns. Und gerade bei Flexbox mit dem offenen Netzwerk, sodass auch alle anderen Paketbetreiber mit dazukommen können, fast ideal zu uns.
Wir sprechen mit sehr vielen jungen Unternehmen und Startups. Und da ist eine große Pipeline an Initiativen, Ideen. Beispielsweise haben wir die 90 Minuten Sofortlieferung mit Uber umgesetzt. Und nun haben wir begonnen, mit MyFlexbox die Partnerschaft umzusetzen und haben nun den Startschuss gegeben mit diesem ersten Automaten. Ich bin ein intensiver Kunde des Paketautomaten. Warum? Ich arbeite hybrid. Einerseits hier an der Unternehmenszentrale in Ingolstadt, aber auch im Homeoffice. Und bei langen Bürotagen ist es oft so, dass dann die Geschäfte, die einen Paketshop haben, auch nicht immer geöffnet haben. Und für mich ist es eine besondere Flexibilität, auch später am Abend oder am Wochenende Sendungen aufzugeben oder diese abzuholen.
Grundsätzlich ist es ein Service, den man halt rund um die Uhr nutzen kann. Man ist flexibel, man muss nicht auf andere warten. Und genau diesen Service wollen wir jetzt auch bei uns anbieten, sodass der Kunde einfach hier zusätzlichen Effekte hat.
Der 1000. Standort ist für uns ein enorm wichtiger Meilenstein und wir sind sehr, sehr froh darüber, dass wir den gemeinsam mit MediaMarkt feiern dürfen. 1000 bedeutet für uns, dass wir wirklich zeigen, dass wir in dem Markt angekommen sind und dass auch wirklich unser Produkt in Deutschland sehr, sehr gut akzeptiert wird, weil wir eben ein neutraler Anbieter sind, ein Infrastrukturanbieter und dadurch so viele Paketdienstleister an Bord haben und dadurch einfach enorme Kundenvielfalt und Kundenvorteile bieten.
So, what's the potential of lockers for omnichannel? We have developed a model for us to show you the potential. It's yet not reality, it's a concept, but maybe it's a good idea. So what is it about? And first, why agnostic? Why agnostic? Agnostic solutions support streamlining the flows. If you streamline a flow in logistics, it's more relevant for parcel providers, but also for customers. And they have a higher utilization. It's an infrastructure which you have to use. And if you don't use it, it's expensive. So the more people who use it, the more providers who use it, the cheaper it is. So it's about cost. And it's thriving innovation because it's an ecosystem. You can develop new things out of agnostic systems. And I can tell you, and I ask you, please do it. Please enter this innovative ecosystem. What about the pillars you see here in this agnostic locker house? The first one is click and collect 2.0. This is easy. We do click and collect since Corona. So people can order online and on their way home, they pick up their article. We are very professional in that and it's very easy. So our promise to you is to do this within 30 minutes after your order. The second thing is, and this is a little bit new, is instant purchase. Imagine MediaMarktSaturn knows exactly how many AirPods we sell every week in Berlin. Why not putting some AirPods in a locker? And you can buy it on Sunday and just have your solution before you go to your vacation. The third pillar is repair and rental. How cool is it to bring your broken coffee machine to our locker and we take care of it, we repair it, and then we inform you that you can pick it up. And now I come to the spearhead. It's the instant delivery hub. So what does that mean? A lot of you have an iPhone. Maybe you are fans of Apple and you want to have the latest iPhone at first. So the release day is on Monday, midnight. How would it be if you can get your new iPhone Monday night, 90 minutes after midnight? I think that's great. And again, it's not reality, but maybe it's a goal we should achieve. And around all of that, you can build another ecosystem of marketing, gamification. Before Christmas, you can make a Christmas calendar. Maybe we do it with our own brands. You touch the screen and you can win something, or you open a door and get a present. Or you touch the monitor and you get a display protection, a donation. Please come in the store. You will get your display protection. We will put it directly on your phone. So the customer enters the store. You have the footfall, customers in the store, and we can make the customers happy and they will have a great experience. And additionally, you have big opportunities in social media marketing to address locker solutions to your target group. And it's highly sustainable. Not only 60% of the cost of a parcel is caused by the last mile. It's also the pollution of our nature. Give speed to lockers with instant delivery. Isn't that a great goal? For me it is. Yet we have some lockers of my Flexbox in front of our stores, but we want to scale it. Not only with my Flexbox, we want to scale generally the locker topic. And then maybe couriers can go to the lockers and pick up things. And to tell you something, this courier is not a real courier. It's our working student Christian. Yeah? After lunch break, we went there and took a picture, but keep it for yourself. This was the sunny side of e-commerce. But when you remember back my little robbery from this mister in the first line, there's also a dark side. And now we come to the dark side. We come to a €1 billion business in German e-commerce caused by organized crime. And what's happening out there? I can tell you, it's burning. The picture on the up left was caused by armed criminals who stole cars, burned them, and kept police and fire brigades in trouble during entering a warehouse location. You can see some newspaper articles about robberies from different locations. And on the right-hand side, you can see a snapshot from Telegram. So you have organized groups in Telegram, crime as a service. You want a crime? Go to internet and buy it. You get it. What are the operational areas of organized crime? There are some, and companies who have high value goods are a big target. So how does it start? It's freight crime, so everything that has to do with transportation, pallets or parcels. It's interesting because nobody's there. It's a pallet alone, it's a parcel, very innocent, and people who would like to can open it, get access, and steal high-value goods. You have the warehouse crime, people who work in the warehouse, or, as told before, visitors you don't want to have. Then, last-mile crime, everything that has to do with a courier. Then, identity and payment data theft. So, criminals like to buy things in online shops, but they don't want to pay. What a surprise. So they take your money to buy things. And then maybe they also make a return fraud. So they have the good and they want the money back. Very smart guys. Then you have criminal activities in call centers and administration. How great it is if you work in a call center and you can give a 100% discounts to family and friends. Wow. Great business. And last but not least, if all these criminals have stolen things from us, from you, they have to sell it. So from a physical good, they want to change it to money. And for that, you need sales channels. And it's not only eBay. There are a lot of ways of changing physical articles into money. What does that mean for electronic retail? We have developed 10 fields of action in fraud management. It's about to get awareness what's happening. And again, there are under the radar activities. It starts with criminal networks, what's going on outside, but then it's about what's happening inside our company. Starting from the profile, fake profile. Order and checkout, change the order. Change the location from a postal address to a locker, and so on. Then it's payment. Bitcoin credit cards. Yeah, great. Maybe a stolen Bitcoin credit card or a stolen PayPal account. Great. Then you have, in the second line, the physical process that starts. So you have fulfillment, so warehouse logistics, transport, and last mile. I spoke about it before. And then also, don't forget, the return process. And the return process is tricky. You do not know, is it the courier? Is it the fulfillment partner? Or is it even a criminal customer? And this is a very heavy topic because we all love our customers, but some criminals hide behind the good ones. And then again, call center and sales channels. So these are the 10 fields of action we observe to find patterns. And how can you do it? So if you're a representative of a retailer, how can you organize yourself in a company to find the criminals? I don't know how you do it. I can share with you what we did to have a resilient or more resilient company. We have interlinked different departments, and each of them get little information about criminal activities. But if you put all this knowledge together, and today with AI tools, it's even faster and easier, you can find the patterns. And you see what's going on. Why is it so important? You see in the down right, the insurance department. Guess what insurance companies say if fraud goes up? Are they happy to give you a very cheap and good insurance? Question? Or do they say, you're a bad risk, I don't want to insure you? Then you have a real problem. Speed up. In my presentation, I showed you the latest trends in delivery choices. I showed you and spoke about the potential of out-of-home logistics. I gave you a situation overview about the dark side of logistics and the attack vectors that may occur and the countermeasurements we take. And hopefully, I gave you a little idea about the value of fraud management. Thank you very much.
Yeah, great presentation. I would have two questions, if I may.
What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Florian. I'm from Berlin, and I'm from Fans AI Solutions. First question is, what have you seen, if you can share, as a sales uplift for the parcel options, for the locker options? So if you, I guess that the goal is to not only make the customers happier, which is great in itself, but also to increase revenue. So if you can share like any numbers on the impact of providing lockers in the stores.
Okay. It's not good to have a counter question to you, but I don't know, when was the last time when you were in a MediaMarkt or Saturn store? We have a certain customer structure, maybe he can tell more about it, but maybe there are new customer groups who are digital and who don't want to come in the store anymore, but they may use a locker. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So it's about addressing a new segment of customers we may have lost or who yet were not attracted. This is the first thing. And the second thing is about the choice. It's not about, the uplift is not the key. It's customer satisfaction and to solve the customer's problem in his use case. This is the core.
Okay. Yeah.
First question. Add something?
Nothing to add.
Okay.
Maybe the footfall is not decreasing like in other in our competitors in the retail sector. That we have new customers aboard when they want to pick up their goods and they do not want to wait at the service desk, for example. There are still some people, they are arriving at our store, but they do not want to go inside the store. They want to pick up it immediately and do not want to wait in lane.
Okay, yeah, understood.
Second question.
Second question. If you could provide a little bit more detail on the AI for fraud. So you said kind of you bring all the data together and then you have kind of one master AI model that looks at all the data, or do you have various that you synchronize to the degree that you can share? Of course, there you don't want to share too much because you make it easier for fraudsters to counteract.
I can share the principle to you so that you can make some thoughts. An order goes through the whole company, through the fulfillment center, through the transport, in the parcel courier van to the customer. And in each step of the process, you have data that can be collected, or you have milestones. And if you have millions of parcels and pallets, it's very hard for a person, a human, to track that. And if something's going wrong, to do this manually, it's impossible. So you need good tools. If at the end a parcel is missing, you need an uplift of the whole data from the whole chain. But systems are not fully integrated. So it's key to have access to all the data to see at what stage of the process was the interruption, to go to this point and investigate.
Thank you. My name is Alessandro Raya from Intrum. My question is, as you showed the parcel locker system and the fraud topic, is there a relation why you showed these two together? Because are there more fraudulent the uses of the parcel lockers?
Okay. So there's not only a happy side of the business, there's also the dark side. And my observation is that not so many people talk about that. So I wanted to start to talk about fraud, because it's a big topic. Lockers, especially the lockers from my Flexbox, have a high security. Please go to a locker of my Flexbox and look under the roof. There you have cameras, and my Flexbox sees every movement, but it's compliant to data privacy because they don't film any faces. But you know, you can reach my Flexbox and say, the customer says he didn't get the parcel. Is it true? And they tell us. So it's an increase of security, and I wanted to share the latest development in our delivery choices. That's why I combined these two things.